Okay, so this is very interesting because, at least to me, because I read his book, The 4 Hour Work Week, and he's written a lot of books, and they have interesting ideas in them. I'm not saying that they're all bad, but I guess he's come out and said that maybe what he's doing is more harm than good. And I kind of see what he's saying because we in the United States, I can't speak for other countries, but I can speak for us. We have this obsession with like self help. You got to be the best. You got to be constantly doing better. You got to just everything's just got to get better. Constantly. And I've fallen for it. I read so many books that were self help, and in retrospect, after seeing this article and reading it, I think I was just filling a void. I didn't feel like myself, so I had to like recreate myself into something that never really happened. I mean, I got better for trying. I'll put it that way. I would argue that like I got good tips from some of these books, but even his uh just looking at optimizing your time and all that. So I wouldn't like totally throw the baby out with the bathwater, but Americans, the United States, I hate saying Americans because America includes Canada and Mexico, and I don't include them in this. I don't think so. But if you're from another country, please chime in and let me know. But I think Americans have this obsession, at least a big subset of Americans, or United States citizens, sorry, with buying self help products, books, seminars, anything they can do. And it isn't just about making money. It is in large part, but a lot of it is like getting like fit. I mean, I just like being like turbo fit. Like it's good to be healthy and exercise, but some people just go to extremes with this stuff. Being the best at this, being the best at that, and it just feels kind of empty. I think that's what I think. Like we're trying to fill a void, and I have kind of a competitive feeling, but it's in the dumbest ways. Uh, but I like to win. That's what Americans do. I mean, we like to win. So, U.S. citizens, sorry, but um, the self-help book craze is so big in this country. It's massive, and you'll run into people all the time that like, oh yeah, I read this one, I read that one, and is their life really better? You know, I they still have the same struggles. They didn't really like achieve something most of the time. I would say like 80 to 90% of the time they don't really get to a goal that matches the cover of these books. You know, what you can do is get some things out of these books that kind of help you. So, at least for me, like I've had some things from different self-help books. It depends on how you define a self-help book. But yeah, I found it very interesting that he would come out and say this, and it made me really think about like how people, at least in this country, and I think one time there was a study that came out. I forgot where or when, and it was they asked people in Europe and the United States if you could ask for one magic spell to give you what you want, what would you want? And for Europeans, it was love, and for people here, it was money. So interesting, because yeah, it's interesting how we're basically just so materialistic, and yeah, this self help stuff is kind of it's really just revolving around materialism. You know, like if it isn't money, it's just being you know fit and awesome and the best at everything that you do. And yeah, it was kind of nice and refreshing to see a self-help guru come out and say, "Hey, maybe all these books I wrote weren't really helping." Interesting stuff.